I said I would stick to the issues, and for the most part I have. I mean, everybody knows how much fun it is to make a good meme and how easily it is to get lost in them. But sometimes the headline cuts through the noise that snaps you back into focus. Seriously. Trump announces plan to nationalize election. Yeah. Now let me be clear. This is not about whether he is. It's not even about whether he could. This is about what it would mean if he did. Because the moment elections are nationalized, democracy doesn't collapse overnight. It erodes quietly, bureaucratically, and legally. And that's how it always happens. In America, elections are decentralized for a reason. States and local governments run them, not because it's messy, but because it prevents any singular authority from controlling outcomes. It's a firewall against tyranny. Breach that firewall and you don't need tanks in the streets. You just need compliance forms. Imagine a country where the same federal power that enforces laws also administers ballots, where the agency counting votes answers to the same executive who benefits from the results, where election integrity becomes whatever the administration defines it to be. In this world, voting still exists, but only technically. Ballots are cast, camera roll, results are announced, but outcomes are no longer questioned because questioning them becomes framed as extremism, disinformationism, or a threat to national stability. Yes, the truth always hurts, but let's stay with it as much as possible. Local officials are gone, replaced by federal administrators. Poll workers become contractors. Rules change nationwide with a single memo. What was legal yesterday becomes prohibited today, and there is nowhere else to appeal. This isn't a left or right-wing nightmare. It is an authoritarian one. History shows us that centralized elections don't eliminate fraud. They eliminate accountability. When everything is controlled from the top, responsibility disappears into the system. No one is ever at fault. No one can be removed. No community has a voice. And here's the most dangerous part. It wouldn't start with obvious abuse. It would start with justifications, deficiencies, unformities, securities, crises management. Oh, the list can go on. I mean, think about it. A terror attack, a cyber incident, civil unrest. That comes the argument. We need national control just for now. By the way, yeah, just that whole national control, that's, oh God, my brain just froze. So, but for now, never ends. Martial law. Opposition parties would still exist, but always lose narrowly. Of course, well, not with Trump, because we all know that he could take, oh, I lost by 30 points, but I won by 90. So, yeah, courts would still operate, but defer to federal authority. Media would still report, but frame every objection as dangerous uncertainty. Democracy doesn't die when people stop voting. It dies when voting stops mattering. I am running for president because I believe power must flow upward from the people. not downward from the state. Nationalizing elections reverses that flow entirely. It turns civilizations into subjects of participation in performance. The conversation is uncomfortable, but it should be, because once a democracy crosses this line, it never crosses back peacefully. It wouldn't. We don't defend democracy by trusting leaders more. We defend it by limiting what any leader is allowed to control. If we fail to draw that line now, the dystopian future won't arrive with sirens and soldiers, but they will become. It will arrive with legislation, press releases, and applause, then the sirens and the soldiers. And remember, Scott for 2028.